Welcome to the chat where the deals get done. Real estate tips and a whole lot of fun. Think different, achieve your goals. Real estate simplified, that's how we roll.
Hey, good morning. It's Brandon Rizek here with Real Estate Simplified and broker owner of Reside Realty, Mike Cruz. How are you, Mike?
Doing great. Happy to be here.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. We're back today. Reminding everybody, please, if you can, like, subscribe, share. We have a awesome episode today. And honestly, when this was brought up to me, I didn't even hear about it first. So I'm excited about this topic today, Mike. I'm going to drill you today because you know more about it than I do. And
yeah, it's
you might not even know
something
much
that I've only heard about over the last few weeks.
All right, so it's coming.
So,
it's new and
yeah.
coming, man. It's new and coming. Do we want to start with any market stuff? What's going on with the market?
So market's humming along. I have nothing scientific here. However, I have noticed something over the last few days, and few days isn't necessarily a trend, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Some good news for the sellers out there is the new homes on the market this week are literally half the amount of what it's been probably over every day for the last month.
So the amount of new listings?
Correct.
Well, that's good or bad?
Well,
A lot of people might be either discouraged or saying, I'm going to wait, or
right.
there's just, I don't know if that's a good thing. I mean, it's more for the stability of our market. That's a good thing.
It's an indication, I think, we've hit the peak summer season.
Okay.
Buying season. So the number of homes coming onto the market's definitely lower this week.
Okay,
Last
cool.
week we were averaging close to 300 homes a day.
Wow.
And yesterday it wasn't even quite 150.
That's good. And honestly, I see that economically, just me talking economically, I see that as good for price stability.
Right.
You know, the more and more listings that come on the market all the time, the less buyers that are out there for the amount of listings, and if you have a supply and demand issue, and boom, you start seeing prices go down.
Right.
So if that starts slowing down, it's actually economically for our housing market here locally, that's a good thing.
Definitely.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Rates are doing okay. They inched up a tiny bit, but they have held very strong. So we're still in the mid to high sixes, still very reasonable compared to where they were, and just very flat. We have a lot of headlines. Here we are in mid-July. A lot of headlines about Trump and Powell and this big battle they have going on. And my quick opinion on that is, and we can save this for a whole nother podcast, but my quick opinion is, you know, back in COVID, the Fed left rates too low, too long. And then we had a lot of spending over the last 5 years, and that's including, I'm not getting political, because that includes Powell, Trump, and Biden. So we're going to say everybody's just spending money, but nobody has money to spend. So it's created this massive inflation with low rates and all that. And then now they're leaving rates too high, too long to overcorrect the inflation that was there. So, you know, there's a huge battle there, and Powell's right. Trump's right. I don't know. Long term, Powell was probably more right than Trump. But right now, I think that Trump is really trying to get a boost, a little shot in the arm for our industry and even the car industry too. I don't think it's just housing. So that's what's going on in rates, man. There's, you know, maybe that's a whole nother podcast, but you know, we'll just roll with the punches and hopefully it works out. So everything is pointing in the right direction where rates will come down within the next 12 months and come down enough where it's noticeable.
We'll gladly take what we can get.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
So Mike, talk to me.
Okay.
Talk to them. Talk to everybody.
So
what do we got?
here's the deal. Who's heard of a reverse offer? What the heck is a reverse offer?
It's the first thing I said to him. I said, okay. He said reverse offers, and I looked at him and I said, okay. Wait a minute, Mike. What's a reverse offer?
What's a reverse offer?
That's what I said.
So let's say you're a home seller. You're out there, you're showing your house. You're getting showings, but you're not getting any offers. So a reverse offer is when you, as the seller, say, hey, Mr. Agent, my agent, can we talk to the buyer? And the buyer's agent that showed it yesterday, day before, last week, whatever the case may be. Can we see if they said they were interested in the house, but we don't have an offer from them? Can we see if maybe if we offer them that we'll take $10,000 off the price, see if they'll bite? So this is
so
something
dangerous, man.
Right.
This is so dangerous.
Double-edged sword, definitely.
Goes both ways here.
Right. And here we are in 2025. A big part of this is AI is actually writing these reverse offers.
Okay,
Because-
whoa, slow down,
Right.
stop. You got to stop, man. I interrupted you now. So not only do we have sellers writing offers to buyers, which is under their asking price, this is like against everything we've been taught
Right.
for the last 100, 200 years.
Yeah.
Now you're telling me artificial intelligence is writing this offer for the seller.
Correct.
So what is the listing agent doing at this point?
So, well, the listing agent's preparing this artificial offer, or this AI offer, reverse offer.
Oh boy. Do you ever see that you're just training yourselves to
Well-
get put out of business with AI? Anyway,
No.
Okay.
I just need to know how to work the AI.
I don't think that's true.
Well, it's all a transformation, but yeah, AI is out there and it's real. But essentially what this reverse offer is, it's an email from the listing agent to the buyer's agent trying to dangle a little worm in front of them on the fish hook and seeing if they'll bite. So with the help of ChatGPT, forming the offer together per se, with the terms that the seller's requesting, not just leaving it at ChatGPT, what do you think we should offer? So trying to...
But we are teaching it how to do the
Oh,
offer.
oh yeah.
That's the problem.
That's
in my
a
opinion.
whole nother
Because it is
podcast
learning.
coming.
It is learning.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now wait a minute. Let me ask you, because this was what comes to my mind.
Uh-huh.
Number one, you're the listing agent. Your
Right.
goal is to get the house sold.
Right.
Okay, but at the same time, your goal is to also protect your seller.
Absolutely.
So now let me finish, because on the buyer's side, if I'm the buyer's agent, I'm chomping at the bit now because I'm seeing desperation.
Well, and that's definitely an issue. I
So,
personally have
Are you protecting your client as a listing
Well-
agent by doing this?
if your terms are agreed to with your seller as a listing agent, then yes, you're good. And as always, I highly recommend, if you're an agent out there thinking about this, get everything in writing from your client. Say, hey,
Yeah.
this is,
How easy is it for the seller to say, screw you, man?
well, right.
I don't want to do that.
But here's the deal. So let's say the buyer does bite on this reverse offer. As the listing agent, I'm going to say, great. You as the buyer's agent, you need to put it into writing on a legal offer.
The buyer's agent does.
Yes. With those terms, send it over and I'll work on getting it accepted for you. So basically, it's just taking a general conversation a step further, putting something into writing with an email saying, hey, these are our terms that the seller's willing to accept. Ignore that list price out there, but you're giving further details like closing date. This is what okay, you want an appraisal contingency? Great. This is what we want for how many ever days it is. 14, 18, 20 days, whatever the case might be. But it's kind of spelling out all the terms of the offer, not just a list price.
Okay. Well, I don't even want to go into contingency periods on this thing because I think that's even down the road.
Well,
But
right.
To me, as the consumer or as a realtor mindset, I'm sitting here saying, like, this is just an easy way to take advantage of the situation. Like, okay, so you have a listing.
Right.
You're representing the seller. I'm a buyer's agent. I'm representing the buyer. I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation. Okay.
Yes.
I have two questions. The first question is, the house is listed for $500,000. Let's just throw this scenario.
Right.
$500,000. Okay, I'm the buyer. I'm approved. I got my loan. I'm ready to go. I like the house, but there's other ones I want to go look at. So you call me, the buyer's agent, and you say, hey, did the buyer like the house? And, they did, but they want to take a look other around,
Yeah.
or, it might be a little bit high in their price point. So you come back, you talk to your seller. Your seller's bottom line might be 460, but then
Right.
you don't tell them that.
Of course.
You
No.
see, maybe you shoot me an offer for 485,
Right.
whatever that. I'm just again
Yeah.
throwing a hypothetical situation. I go tell my client this.
Uh-huh.
Now you and I had this conversation before reverse offers were a thing.
Right.
No question. Realtors do that. Well,
Yeah.
unethically or ethically, I don't know, but let's talk real world.
Uh-huh.
Now, as a buyer's agent, I'm telling my buyer, this seller,
Right.
just wants to make you an offer for 15,000 less. I'm going to tell you to counter that, go make an offer for 30,000 less.
Right. Right. But the seller's not obligated to accept it.
They're not.
They're actually not
But they're
even
gonna.
they're not even obligated to accept it, the 485, because it was an email to a buyer's agent throwing it out there, see if they'd bite.
Oh, well, that's a dirty game.
It can be. It can be. I mean, hopefully any listing agents using this method, hopefully they're being on the up and up and they're having a genuine conversation with their seller before throwing this proposal out to a buyer's agent and a buyer.
Going back to the scenario. Mm-hmm. Second question. At what point in the listing do you send reverse offers? Because is it the first week on the market? Is it 90, 120 days on the market? So now, are you desperate with longevity on the market,
Right.
or are you just feeling the market in
Well-
the first week? At what point do these come? Do you know?
I think it's going to vary a little bit, but if you're getting showings, on a consistent basis, the rule of thumb is if a house is priced right, it means it's getting 3 showings a week. That's decades old rule of thumb when pricing a house.
Okay.
If you're getting 3 showings a week, it's probably priced correctly and it's going to sell. If you're not getting that amount of showings, it's probably overpriced. With that said, if you're getting 3 showings a week and it's been on the market for over 30 days, meaning you've had at least 12 showings for 4 weeks, at least 3 a week, and you haven't had an offer, might be worth throwing that out there at some point. And it could even be test the market. See if anybody bites at a little bit lower price.
I have to tell you, my initial thought process on this is the first week is the best time. First, maybe, when it's 2 weeks, within 2 weeks of being listed, because you can test the market.
Right.
Because as a buyer or buyer's agent, I'm going to look at that. If they've had a long time on the market and now you're writing me offers as the seller, that shows desperation.
Well,
To me, that's how I read it. It may not be
Right.
true,
Right.
but I read it that way.
and it also, we need to remember, and this goes for anybody thinking of selling a property, keep in mind, when you first list your house on the market, that's when you have your highest audience, because you have everybody that's already in the market, and then you have people that are coming into the market.
That's correct.
Versus once you've been on the market for a month, all you're getting is the new people coming into the market at that point.
Right.
Everybody that's already been in the market looking for a home, they've already seen it, whether it be online or in person or whatever the case may be. They've moved on from your house at that point. So just, keep that in mind. When you have the most eyeballs on the property, might be the best time.
That's why I like it, because it also, I don't know that it shows desperation. I think it just shows
Right.
that you're a motivated seller, willing
Yeah.
to negotiate. Let's see what we can get.
Right.
Especially if you're saying, no, I just don't know how in writing you can put something out there and still not accept that. I
Yeah.
don't know how that's good practice, or if you, like as a realtor, isn't that a code of ethics?
There is a code of ethics for realtors out there to follow. So yes, you need to be on the up and up and have that conversation.
And I'm drilling Mike, guys. I'm
Right,
sorry. I'm
right.
drilling Mike like
No.
he knows all about this. He's the real estate broker, so I have
Right.
to drill him. I'm sorry.
And-
I apologize right now, Mike. I'm sorry.
Right. No, I can see where some unethical agents out there, they might throw this out to buyer's agents because they're trying to earn their commission without having the conversation with their seller. That happens. All I can say is agents out there have good reputations and some have bad reputations.
Yeah, well, that's any industry. That's any industry.
Right.
So loan officers too. But
Yeah.
you know, I think that I think it can be effective. I think it could, you know, instead of putting in the agent-to-agent remarks or the remarks on Realtor.com for the consumer, hey, seller's willing to pay a 2-1 buy down, or seller's willing to do this and all
Right.
of that. Instead of doing that, I think that's more effective, the reverse offer. I really do.
Well,
You know, you could just say, hey, look, I'm going to write this reverse offer with this, where you can present that instead
Yeah.
of just relying on agent-to-agent remarks. I could see
Right.
that being a really cool thing.
right, and it could be used just for the 2-1 buy down that we've talked about before.
Which-
and maybe even you don't come too much off your list price for it.
That's what I
maybe,
mean.
hey, our houses are listed at 500,000, but just so you know, if you offer 510, we're pretty sure it's going to appraise for 510 still. That won't be a problem because
So let's
the house
buy
down
down
the
your
street
rate.
sold.
Let's give you incentive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that being very effective, and I think you're also representing your client as a listing agent in a good way.
Right.
And it's not putting the buyer's agent in a frenzy, or the buyer in a frenzy where they think they're going to steal the property too. I mean, you're just kind of saying, hey, here's a few bucks off my list price, or hey, here's my list price, but let's negotiate
Yeah.
on, maybe I can help you get a more affordable payment to afford this property. You know, things like that. It's more creative as opposed to showing your hand.
Right. And
I like that.
I think the bottom line is it's a good way of starting a formal conversation
That's true.
with a potential buyer.
Could get somebody who was wishy-washy off the fence.
Right.
It could.
Yeah.
So I could see it being good for both the buyer and the seller. You know, in all ways. I can also see it being very, very bad.
Yeah.
You know, with time on the market and you're doing reverse offers, somebody's going to come in there and just and light you up.
Absolutely.
And if you have a desperate seller, they're going to be obligated to accept whatever you pretty much light them
Right.
up at. I mean, so, you know, as an agent or, you know, as a broker, how do you teach that? When do you do it? You know, you just really got to watch how you do that, in my opinion. You know,
Right.
You know, just making sure that you're respectful to your seller, to everybody, ethical. I think it could
Well,
go
right.
the wrong way. I really do.
Right. As a listing agent, the ethics truly do come into play. It has to be a joint effort. And I always tell my clients, I said, I'm not here to sell your house. I am here to sell your house with you. Because everything we do, it's a partnership. So everybody has to be on board with what we're doing.
So I'm not active. I'm not doing real estate. I do mortgages. Okay. You're in real estate. You're active. How common is this now?
To be honest, I actually haven't seen it myself personally. But it's making its rounds out there. There's one particular large brokerage that is really encouraging their agents to use this as a tool to help them, one, get listings, say, hey, this is what we're doing when we have people looking at homes, and then to actually do it to try and get the home sold. They're basically using it as an additional tool in their toolbox to get some conversations going to get the home sold.
So, have you seen what this, like an example of what they look like?
I have. I don't have it with me.
Obviously,
I
it's
didn't
okay.
print it out. But yeah, and the offer, the one I saw, the agent
What is it, just
said-
like bullet points? I mean, that's what I just envisioned.
the
just
agent
basically,
flat out told me that ChatGPT wrote the entire offer for them. So that's where I know it's AI is doing it.
See, as a broker, I have a problem with that. Like, I mean, if I was a broker, I
Right.
would have a problem with that because
Well-
there's verbiage that could be in there that could incriminate. You're
Well,
right. I mean,
like anything with ChatGPT, I don't know what you've
Who's
used it
vetting
for,
this?
but the agent, we as agents definitely can revise it and make some changes to it.
I love you, Mike. I don't mean to make a mockery
Yeah.
of realtors because I can make a big mockery of loan officers, but the average realtor is not revising that.
Well, hopefully the ones that are using it are.
I hope so. I
Yeah.
really do. I hope so.
No, and yeah, it is. The terms of the offer are bullet pointed in this email that's being written by ChatGPT.
I don't know. I feel like we should have a guest speaker with a real estate attorney on this right now,
Right.
or even get somebody from NAR. I don't care, because I think that it's a cool thing, but what are the legal ramifications of this? What
Well,
and what?
ultimately, the agent's responsible, no doubt. And as
Which
a
makes the broker responsible. I mean, you got to be scared of that.
Right. And that's why you never put anything out without reviewing it. Agents all over the place, and it's not even a local thing. This is nationally. I'd say 90% of the home descriptions you read on the MLS are written by ChatGPT now.
Oh my God.
And I can tell for that I've used it also.
Well,
but
it's
I
okay
will
to utilize it to describe a spacious kitchen. I mean, that's okay, right? You know.
And I will, and there hasn't been a single one that I've done it on that I haven't personally revised. I try to make it a little more personal feeling, but yeah, the whole AI thing could be a whole nother podcast.
So that's actually a good podcast.
Yeah.
Let's come back to that one day,
Right.
actually. But let's talk about a summary with this real quick, you know, because I know we have some listings we want to show.
Yeah.
But so as a buyer, a consumer, I'm going to speak on that behalf right now. As a consumer, don't sit here and expect reverse offers and people bow and kiss your feet because you have some interest in the property. Let's not mistake that for what it is. You know,
it's something that's truly going to vary depending on the market. We go back into a seller's market.
Forget
this.
Forget it. They'll reverse offer. Will say you better come in over list price. That's
Right,
what it'll be.
they're going to
It'll be the
offer.
exact
I'll
opposite.
sell you the house $50,000 over.
Yeah, it'll be the exact opposite. So yes, in this, but I mean, this market's not going anywhere.
Right.
Even when rates go down inch by inch, I
No.
don't think we're going to hit this huge seller's market. But I do expect a more balanced market. But,
Right.
But you know, so as a buyer, don't be sitting here saying everybody bow and kiss my feet. It is not the 2009 or 10 housing crash. Every house that's listed, don't be going in here.
Right.
Okay, because that's a misconception today. And you know, the only time to really pounce on something like this, I would think, is when there's a lot of market time and then they're asking you to buy their house. I mean, that's when, you know, I would probably plan
That's
to
it
pounce
exactly.
on that. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you have more summary or opinion
Just-
on that.
No, that's it. It's basically something you may or may not see out there. Don't be shocked if you do, type of thing.
Yeah.
This isn't the way the whole market's going, to where the seller's going to start offering potential buyers the house. It's not. I don't see it becoming a normal-ish thing.
You know-
It's just the listing agents using technology and trying to spur some interest in their property that they're trying to get sold. And once again, the ethical issue definitely is always a concern, that the listing agent has to be on board with their seller. The seller has to be on board with their agent doing this, and it just can't be done willy-nilly.
Yeah. Well, I have a story. I have a personal story I'd like to share, but let's go to
Okay.
your listings first. We'll come back to those.
Sounds
Get your
good.
listings in. What do we got today?
We have a couple great homes that are priced to sell. This first one's actually a townhouse. It's not actually one house with an 8-car garage there. This is a townhouse located just adjacent to Summerlin, over off of Durango and Westcliff, in a gated community. Absolutely gorgeous community.
Where's it at, Mike? What's the address?
121 Emerald Forest Street, Unit 104. Has a 1-car attached garage with direct house entry, first floor unit, all tile floor. So that tile floor you see there is throughout the entire home, all the bedrooms, everything. It's a 2-bedroom unit, 2 full baths, cute little fireplace. You can see the slider out to the balcony there. If we could go on, kitchen, stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, just in terrific condition, very clean.
What's the list price on this?
This home is listed at $289,000.
Come on.
It's actually easily $10,000 below what the comparable
Under 300?
Yeah.
Attached garage? And it's a townhome, not a condo.
It's a townhouse.
Wow.
Well, actually, it is classified as a condo.
Oh, okay.
But
All right.
it truly feels like a townhouse.
Okay, good. But still under 300, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
primary bathroom has separate tub and shower, big
Is
soaking
that a
tub.
vanity too?
Yeah.
I mean, this is every amenity of a big
I'm
single-family
showing
home.
the laundry room here because the laundry room is huge, absolutely huge, especially for condo townhouse. All kinds of storage there. That door you see there leads straight out to the garage.
Awesome.
It's an oversized, very deep 1-car garage.
Bigger than my laundry room, man. I mean,
Yeah, it's about bigger than mine too, actually. cute little balcony patio. Like I said, it's a first floor unit. So not too far from the beautiful pool. I didn't include pictures of the pool in the grounds to this community, but absolutely gorgeous. Built in 1998 and great home.
Awesome.
It's not going to last long. We have one offer on it already.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah, I mean, at that price,
a
how do you
showing
not?
actually as we're recording this here.
So,
The next home is located at 5135 Longiano Place.
Looks
This
pretty
home
big.
is out off Lake Mead and Nellis. This is a single family home for $350,000. Built in 2016.
I'm sorry, you said 350?
$350 for a
In this
single
kind of
family
condition?
home. Yes.
Okay.
It's 1,680 square feet, 4 bedrooms.
good size.
4-bedroom home for $350,000, guys. Don't sleep on
Hey,
this
if you
one.
live in California, that's not even a condo
Right?
in yours. So you've got a single family 4-bedroom home.
Right?
That doesn't need any work, really. Look at this. I mean, this is great.
The downstairs is absolutely gorgeous.
New countertops,
quartz
everything,
countertops, great cabinets, stainless steel appliances. Yeah, just absolutely a great home. And then as we roll through here, take a look at the primary bathroom.
Damn you, Mike.
Still learning my language. Separate tub and shower once again with the dual vanity. Just an absolutely great home. I will say it does need some new carpet on the stairs and in the bedrooms, but for $350,000, you're not going to
home,
find
come
anything
on.
comparable. Great little yard, your own private yard, just cute little patio there with some artificial turf. Just a great home for $350,000.
You can't beat that for the price,
Yeah.
man. I remember a few years ago that would have never existed.
Right?
So, I mean, and if it did, it would have been scooped up with multiple offers
Yeah,
in hours.
yeah. And
in
both of
hours.
these,
So,
both of these properties just came on the market yesterday. I really don't expect either one of them to last too
no,
long.
I don't either with those
Yeah.
price points.
So tell me your story.
So I sold a house a couple years ago, but I put it on the market.
It was your house.
It was my personal
Okay.
house, and I put it on the market in September of 22. And if anybody follows our market back then, 3 years ago, that was when everything really just turned. Rates really went up. They went up into the mid to high sevens, if not, almost 8.
Yeah.
And then everything just went to a screeching halt from the COVID era. And so it just, coincidentally, that's when I needed to sell it, and I was ready to move out, and I put it up for sale. And I had an appraisal on this property before I went to sell it, and it was an unbiased appraisal.
So you're a smart seller.
I really was. I've been in the game a long time, and I just wanted to know exactly what I thought, what it was worth. I know what I think it's worth, but I want to know what it's worth. But you also have to get a buyer to pay that, right?
Yeah.
So I went in a little under appraised value, actually. I did, and at listing, and I had a lot of interest in this property, but it was just the times that I couldn't get this house sold. But the thing was, I had a boatload of equity in this house, and I was willing to accept less money. I really was, because I knew what was coming in the market.
Right.
And I didn't want to be the listing with 6 months market time,
Yeah.
because I had a mortgage on the property, I had all these things. So I'm like, this would have killed me financially to have the 2 mortgage payments and all that. I would have taken less money.
Right.
So I'm wondering that I had one person look at it like 2 or 3 times.
Wow.
But the agent's feedback was it was just a little out of their price range, and I just kept saying, make me an offer, or I can do a buy down. But I feel like if I would have put that in writing
Yeah.
to that person, just like this reverse offer is talking about, I feel like that might have motivated them, because they
Possibly.
would have been able to physically see what I was off, because I'm a mortgage guy, so I know what I was doing for them.
Right.
I was giving them a 6% rate when rates were 7.7 or 7.5, and I was showing them I could have shown them what it did, and then
Right.
that same price point, you would have gone 150 grand less and had
Well,
the same payment.
Especially a couple years ago, nobody was talking about a rate buy
Nobody
down
knew
then.
anything about it.
Yeah.
So I know that reverse offer situation would have worked.
Yeah.
I don't know it. I shouldn't say
Well,
that. But I
you
feel
suspect.
like I suspect it would have. And honestly, I ended up renting the house out for a year.
Okay.
And then the person who rented it ended up buying it.
Yeah.
But it was a situation where I feel like that wouldn't have even been necessary with this creative reverse offer.
Right.
So I can see a scenario where that would be a good idea.
So you hounded me for the last half
I
an hour.
know, but I had to think
and
about
then
it.
think, yeah, you could have used it.
I know.
Okay.
Mike just told me off. He's right. He's right. But I had to process it, man, just like anybody else.
Right.
We all have to process it. But hey, they also could have taken that and given me a lame
Well,
awful
exactly.
offer too.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so there's two sides to it, but it might have worked, I guess. At this point, hey, it's 2025, guys. We got reverse offers now, so nothing puts it. Nothing.
Right.
Puts
it goes, it
beyond
goes
my
to
head
show
anymore.
you the world's evolving and always changing. So thanks for joining us today. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, please comment.
Thumbs up.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Mike.
Welcome to